here we go. Well, red zone isn't worth it at all. Yep, that's correct. Red zone is much worse than the black zone. What do you do with resources you gather? You have 30k focus. Why don't you use it to craft something? Because it's boring. That's it. I have been crafting. I have high spec in leather shoes. I can make money. I can make money by transporting. I can do a lot of stuff, but transporting, crafting, and all that stuff is just boring. Watching the markets and stuff, that also belongs to it. That's also a part of it. You need to do it if you really want to do it efficiently, and that's just not interesting for me. Please live stream for gathering. No, that's not going to happen. It's really easy to stream snipe even when you're hiding your map and all that stuff. Is it worth to spend the learning points on gathering specs? And I mean the common ones, not for unlocking new tiers of gathering tools. It's worth it. Like if gathering is a big part of your income, if you gather a lot, if you gather regularly, it's worth it to spend the learn points, especially on tier 7 and tier 8. But if you don't see yourself gathering in the future regularly, then I would not recommend it. Just use it on weapons. Sad episode. At least there are still Avalon tools and Bridgewatch. I think there are still 2 sets of Avalonian tools in Bridgewatch and in Limhurst as well, I think. And yeah, I still got stuff lying around. I managed to get all my tools to tier 8 by just gathering enchanted resources during bandit event. It is safe and also profitable when you do faction war. Just hit the boss once and then go back together. Just take note where your blob is heading. The message is for the newbies. Interesting. Do you not consider doing live on Twitch? Hope to see you there. I think you are much fun to watch than most of those people currently doing live there. I mean, you are worth the time to level up our drop. Just don't gather around with Avalonian tools. I'm not going to gather live. It's just not. It's not the game to stream, you know. The real fun things in this game, except Crystal Lake and Hellgates, which are definitely streamable. The really fun things besides those, like the open world content, is just not good for streaming. It's really, really easy to stream snipe. It's really easy. If somebody really wants to and is not too dumb. Also, Twitch drops, I wouldn't get any because I'm not an Albion partner. But do you even 7 videos this week? Because 7 is not even. Yes, I think I disagree. Or no, I think I agree. I think I agree. I don't know what that means. Let's see if I'm actually able to mark it. Google Translate. To English. The spirit of Mr. I don't know what you mean, to be honest. I don't know what you mean. Nice. Thanks. Hey, do you know how to get silver without doing the tutorial, please? You don't need to do tutorial to get silver. Like, what do you need the tutorial for? It's not necessary. You can do anything in this game without the tutorial. No way. Well, there's a way. Why the fuck so many spams in your comment section nowadays? I don't know. I don't know. I have this I have disabled that YouTube automatically removes suspicious comments. So everything will be shown in my comment section before I delete it or report it, because quite a lot of normal comments have been marked as spam and then have not been showing for like 1 or 2 weeks until I noticed, oh, there is a comment that's normal and that's hidden because of YouTube marking it as spam. Which one is more profitable, Avalonian Green Chest or Black Zone Green Dungeon? Avalonian Green Chests, definitely. Black Zone Dungeon, because Albion just really depends on the luck. Sometimes you can make 50k an hour, or sometimes 2 or 3 mil. But if you're also looking for some 1v1, 1v2 while also doing PvE, then you should do the you definitely 100% get more loot from Avalonian chests. But if you don't find any chests in 1 hour of running around, well, then it's possible that you would have made more in normal green dungeons in the black zone. But those are really, really, really bad. Just use some runaway gear and kill open world mobs, you will make more silver by doing that than doing solo dungeons. Sorry if I misspelled some words. English is not my first language. Don't worry, I can totally understand what you are talking about. English is not my first language either. I'd say other chests are better because you can take gathering tools with you as well together if you can't find any chests, and it does depend on luck, but if you have a good build, you can clear them fast and efficient, then it's really good. Even better, you can do tier 8 other dungeons and skip first floor. Tier 8 other dungeons, you probably mean just tier 8 solo dungeons, right? You can probably also do group dungeons, but that should be less efficient silver and fame wise than solo dungeons because it's just so insanely slow. And you can find PvP situations in roads. That's true, and that's why roads are more fun than doing solo dungeons somewhere. You can leave Avalon Road and teleport back in Black Zone. It's much cheaper. Yeah, but I was so far away from portals going to the Black Zone, and the portals that led to the Black Zone were insanely far away from the portal I would have teleported back to, so I would have had the maximum teleport range and likewise cost. Anyways, it's the same shit if the destination is 10 plus zone away. Exactly. 3 times. Well, 3 times the charm. I love your wits, bro. Thanks. I started gathering because of you. I got tier 7 skinning in just 8 days, and now I'm just waiting for my learning points to hit 400 so I can get tier 8 skinning. Ah, good. Especially since skinning is really, really profitable. Getting tier 8 skinning gear and then just gather through all the tier 6 deserts or forests or swamps and take all the tier 6 side is already pretty good. And you can also take the tier 5 fight. Gathering is best. 755 LMAO. Let's see what you mean. Ah, it's an older video. And he he totally missed his jump. Well, maybe he simply had delay or something, which is what I would guess. So basically it's a 10v10, but how it's played, 2 shot callers, and also I prefer this kind of music than the last 10v10 video. About the 20v20 Crystal League level 1. It's basically 9v9 on both sides, and you have ratting team like a healer and some tank who can push people away to capture some points in the middle and stuff, and 9v9 on the sides. And yeah, you have 2 shot callers, you have 2 teams, even though we didn't really need a shot caller because we were playing front to back comps where everybody has to talk and call cooldowns and spells and stuff like that. Will you do analysis videos same as you did before to show statistics on how much you gain monthly? Well, I'm definitely not going to do it monthly, but maybe every half year or something I could do it. Like now it's 4 months or so ago. Maybe I'll do one in 2 months. But I didn't write all my death into the descriptions of the videos. And I had a lot of death in the last couple of like weeks or months. It would be rather difficult to find all of them. It would be pretty annoying. But maybe I'll do it anyway. Maybe I'll do it anyway. Amazing. Thank you. Yep, that's what happens most of the time. One time I even managed to win against Bear Paws using Battle Axe, already half HP doing champion mobs. Sadly, he got away though. I can't catch up. Yeah, like these solid brawler builds, these solid PvE builds with battle axe or bow or something, they can easily kill the ganking set in 1v1. Haha, yes, welcome to the solo gank corner. You need to catch them already dismounted or have significantly higher IP, at least against the somewhat reasonable brawling builds. Using your main damage abilities to just dismount them is really dangerous if they decide to turn on you instead of running. Yep, that's true. That's true. But I believe in that situation, I was just thinking, okay, he has a tier 3 horse. His gear looks rather cheap. He shouldn't be too strong, but he had almost 1300 IP or something. So I should not have dismounted him, actually, after inspecting him. Rip. Yep. And Mercenary Jacket 1. Yep. If change skill to Assassin Jacker, I think him win. I don't know. Did I use my invisibility well? I used it for ganking. I used it for ganking. I could have also used my invisibility of the armor in the middle of the fight to dodge his mercenary jacket. It would have been totally fine for fighting. Like assassin jacket is pretty good against mercenary jacket. You just go invisible. His mercenary jacket is completely wasted, and I have 40% damage buff. So it's really good against mercenary jacket. Perfect perch. I think my perch was pretty good. It was a little late, I think, a little bit late. I could have done it a little bit earlier, but I think I removed his mercenary jacket very quickly. He have more defense and sustain. You just damage. Hard match. Yep. What is the point of the video? I'm pretty sure you know the point of the video. Please remove the webcam or make it smaller. I can try. I can try. Haha, Battle Axe has somewhat come the meta realm with bad damage. Well, the damage is really good and it doesn't have too high of a cooldown. Battle Axe is pretty good. Like for 1v1s, obviously, for small scale and stuff like that, Hellgates and stuff like that. It's bad. But for 1v1s, 2v2s, it's good. Does the F ability enters in combat mode if it hits another player? I mean that if hit another player with that F, can I enter in another zone? So you mean the boot ability from my fisherman boots? Yes, it puts you into the combat mode, so you cannot leave the zone. You cannot use roads portals. You cannot go into blue dungeons. So you have to be rather careful and strategic, tactical on how to use it. It's not necessarily the best, but I think it's fun and I want to use it. This video should be called Escaping from Gankers instead of Solo Gathering. Yeah, the volume 28 video about solo gathering the Black Zone was really gank heavy. Well, escaping from gankers is also part of solo gathering. So yeah. Yep. Every video I see you solo gathering, you mostly die and lose like 10 millions. Is it even worth to solo gather with such expensive setup? Do you end up profiting from it? And if so, what's the profit per hour when the deaths are calculated in? check out his older videos. Yeah, exactly what I would have said. Exactly what I would have said. I even have like my solo gathering statistics video. You can just Google my solo gathering statistics video at the cheese. There you see my stats. But in the last couple of weeks, months, I have been dying way too much. Like I died, I don't know, 5 times, 6 times, losing like 40, 50 million silver. So in the last like 2 months or 3 months, it has not been worth it, obviously. And I have changed to normal gathering gear. And well, you have to survive way too long, way too often with full Avalonian tools for it to be worth it silver wise. I kind of like the quicker leveling, I like the little bit more profit, but I want to get richer, so I'll play the smarter way. Why do you go back in? Could have just escaped to the open world. Whoops. Nowhere dangerous. Because right here, I see a million people, and they also have ganking gear. They have a lot of ganking gear. Okay, this guy has some small scale gear or whatever, 5v5 gear, but a lot of ganking gear. So I think in this situation that they have a lot of people in this map, still a lot of people covering the exits. I was thinking about it. I was definitely thinking about just going through the exits, but the way is kind of long, and I was expecting them to have people being dismounted at the exits, so I would die anyway. So I thought my best chance would to go through the roads. But that's actually wrong. Like, I'm definitely dead here. 100% dead. It's even really bad of them to not have dismounted people further away. Like they should have had people way more here in the northeast of me, and it would have been so easy for them to dismount me. Um, if I stayed in the black zone, even if they had people covering the exits, I still would have had a better chance. Like if I go back into the roads, I'm 100% dead. And if I'm staying here in the black zone, I could have just get dismounted, use one moment. Okay, I was about to say that even if I get dismounted here, using my sword ability, the W, and then the boots, and then my invisibility potion still would give me somewhat realistic chance of somehow getting away. Like there would have been a chance, but going back into the roads is 100% my death. Oh, so I'm a big fan of your content, man. I hope you keep it up and keep doing well. Thank you. Let's refresh and see if there's a new comment. Nope. Okay, then that's it.